insurance is just about death. S- but the truth is, it's one of the most powerful tools that you can use to build wealth for yourself and transfer wealth and income to your next generation. It's a tool that you can actually use to secure income protection. And it's been proven time and time again in the whole financial system that this works for income protection and building wealth. And the rich have used this over the years. And today I am going to explain in a way that maybe no one has ever taught you with real numbers. I will tell you how you should be able to explore these opportunities and steps that you can start using right now. So, shout out to you, family, if you're joining us live across our platforms on YouTube. This is Dr. Vivian Atud. I am your financial advisor, transformation expert, and a champion for families who really want to secure their future with wisdom and not fear. I mean, I teach everything transformation, economics, wealth building, and I always use a faith perspective because I move by faith and not by fear. And I teach my community to move by faith, but move by faith with wisdom and knowledge. And that's why I am intentional about educating on my platform. So shout out to you if you're joining us live on any of our platforms. So if you've ever felt confused or intimidated or even scared of life insurance, this video could actually literally change your family's financial destiny. So let's be crystal clear as we get into this. Life insurance is not about dying, because sometimes when you talk to people about life insurance, it's like the fear is like, oh, am I about to die? What is this about? It's about protecting your family from financial disasters when the worst happens to you. And guess what? Death is a promise. We all gonna leave this earth. And someone puts it beautiful that at one point, each and every one of us would just be a thought in people's minds. People would just remember that we once walked this earth. But the question is, life insurance is that multi-purpose safety net that does the following. Number one, income replacement. Your paycheck will continue even if you don't, because life insurance can pay out to your children and all your dependents. Family protection. Your loved ones can keep living without getting into sudden poverty because you died. Um, Debt protection. Think about your mortgage and other debts that you might have. Debt will not magically disappear when you die, but life insurance could be that guarantee that would pay off your debt. Wealth transfer. You can leave more than memories in the minds of your loved ones. Legacy building. Think about it. Your kids, your grandkids, or causes that you believe in can actually benefit from your life insurance policy for years after you are gone. Tax advantage planning. I mean, life insurance and certain policies can grow and transfer your wealth efficiently, and the rich explore this every day to build wealth and transfer to the next generation. So here is why this actually matters today. And when we look at research, remember I always talk about research. Shout out to you if you're joining us live on any of our platforms. If you're new to the channel, please like, please subscribe, please enable notifications so that when we create other educational content that could add value to you, you will be number one to know. But guess what? Research is showing us that millions of Americans actually feel the need for life insurance. Many say they want life insurance for the first time. Others say they need more life insurance because they feel underinsured. And in 2024, for example, about 42% of adults said they needed life insurance. That's roughly about 102 million people that said they needed life insurance or they needed more life insurance. Um, and many are still intending to do so within the coming years. So this is a huge gap. This is a huge gap. And what is the biggest reason that many people don't have or need more insurance? Sometimes people overestimate cost, or sometimes they don't even know what to buy. And guess what? This video is going to guide you on the steps of understanding life insurance 101. What is life insurance? How can this be of benefit to you? So you don't need complicated jargons. There are three main types of life insurance, and in this video I'll break down what they are and what they do to you. Number one is called term life insurance. This is the smart first steps. It's low cost, highest protection per dollar, but it has a term. The word term means it's between 10 to 40 years, depend. It's ideal for parents, adult, young adult. You just want to start a foundation, you want to pay a mortgage, you want something that if anything happens to you, it could pay off the cost of your mortgage. This could work for you. So you want to think about term life insurance like renting a safety apartment. It's affordable, it's practical, and it protects you exactly when you need it most. So while your family can depend on your income. So that's the first one. Term life insurance is for a specific time, and it protects you within that time with a specific amount. It's cheap, or it's one of the cheapest form of life insurance. The next form of life insurance is what we call whole life insurance, and there are various variations of these. So you have when you say whole life, it means it's what we call it covers you for the entire duration of your life. The cash value of this grows over time. It's cost more compared to term insurance, but it adds stability and longer term wealth and protection. So whole life, think about it like actually owning something precious that can increase in value over life. And it's great because it gives you guaranteed safety, and it also leaves money for your future generations guaranteed. And the third form of life insurance is the more dynamic one, which we call indexed universal life, or IUL. This strategy, it's for long-term planning. It's flexible. It has flexible premiums. The cash value of it is actually tied to market growth potential. So it's often used by business owners, high income earners, retirement planning. So IUS lets you pursue market linked growth while still keeping protection piece. So you could say a portion of it is kept as a protection piece, and another portion of it is more aggressive, where it's exposed to the market. So it gives you that flexibility to use it both as a preservation opportunity and also wealth building in the market. So the question is, why does every parent need a life insurance? So here's the real reason for parents. So you need insurance, for example, if you're a parent, because your children rely on an income, especially when you have young kids. They rely on your income. um Guess what? And if your income stops when your work changes, their life also changes. So you don't want that for your kids. Think about it in relation to things like funeral costs, because and all these things, and you get a policy that covers all of that, and that takes the pressure of your loved ones, that instead of focusing on mourning when you eventually pass on, they have to focus on the cost of burial, the cost of this and all that. But with a policy in place that takes that pressure off them and helps them to not only bury you with decency, but also have something apart from the memories that you leave to actually help them continue with their life. So guess what? Debts also don't disappear when you die. So bills and loans remain, and sometimes your insurance will help you to protect and pay for all this. So your family wants stability, and I think we all want stability for our kids and grandkids when we are not here. And guess what? Your life insurance is that tool that can actually help you provide stability for your kids when you are not around. So this is like what we call love on paper. Love on paper. It's your responsible um action, your responsibility action. It's a promise that tragedy won't create poverty or chaos for your children. And the facts show that many families still need coverage. That's not a scarce tactic. It's actually an invitation that we should act wisely now. So if you need any professional advice on these, like I said, I am licensed in multiple states, providing financial advisory, life insurance. So if you want to talk to anyone, you can talk to your financial advisor, or you could reach out to me in the chat, and I'll walk you through a free consultation, book a free consultation, and I'll tell you what could work for you. And sometimes it doesn't work for everyone. So this is something that you can get more detailed free education on, and see whether you really need it. So the question is, many people always ask, how much coverage do you need? It depends. It depends. So it depends on you. How much do you want to protect? How much do you want to leave back? So there are lots of questions that you need to look at. Do you have some debts? Do you have a mortgage that is outstanding? Do you want to include things like your children's education? So the question is, you have to look at all these factors, and this will guide you into making an informed decision on how much protection you need. So if you ask me that question, I will say it depends, and I will use a formula. If you consult me, I will use a scientific formula to make recommendations. But actually, the final decision on any policies like this always depends on your income level and your affordability, and whether it actually meets your needs. Because at the center of all this is about your goals. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to leave back for your next generation? So let's bring this back with a powerful truth. And I love what the Bible says in Proverbs 13 and in verse 22. It says, a good person leaves behind an inheritance, not just for his children, but for his children's children. So life insurance is like one of those fastest, surest ways to honor that principle, leaving behind an inheritance for your children and grandchildren. So it's actually stewardship, it's generational impact, it's a faithful financial planning that cares for those you love beyond your lifetime, not just living memories of yourself, but actually living something to them. Because guess what? My community is full of good people and who really want to leave something for their children and children. So if you are ready to stop guessing, if you want the right type, the right company, the right coverage, looking at the right options for you, please DM me, send me messages. Let's have a free consultation that could actually help you to understand this better and see what works for your personal situation. So I will continue to bring content on this channel to educate us on these things that will help us to be more financially secure, to grow our wealth. Like I said, early next year, please, you want to make money online, you want to look at things like AI, you want to look at things like success in 2026. Join us at our AI Summit 2026. Join us at our Success 2026 summit. I'll be sharing details across our platforms, and I look forward to having you and seeing you start 2026 on a very high note. So thank you for watching today. I hope this was educational and you'll go out there and make some wise investment decisions to leave assets and not debt to your children and children's children. A wise man leaves an inheritance for their children and children's children. So thank you for being on the channel today. Like, subscribe, share the channel, share this content if it was useful to you, to someone who can actually benefit from this. So this is Dr. Vivian Atud, and always my pleasure to serve you.